bound for an epic adventure, the Grand Canyon's North Rim. Relaxation, gorgeous scenery, but fate had a detour in store. Truck troubles. Can I fix this myself? So this setup looks different than it does in the videos. Or will I be stranded? It's a morning view. Last night I was at my daughter's and I got in here late looking for a campsite. There's only a few campsites up here and all the campsites were taken. So I broke a boondocking rule. There was a van here and I snuggled in as far away from this van as I could and went to sleep. So hopefully they didn't mind. This is the day when I'm leaving Las Vegas. Oops. It's a very sad day. I don't want to leave. My granddaughter's here. My daughter's here. It's going to be really hard. I'm really sad. I just had to leave my daughter and little Miss Cece. I probably would stay here longer if it wasn't getting so hot. Boondocking and the camper when it's hot is unbearable. I didn't really like that campground in Las Vegas. I guess it's okay for a couple nights, but it's just too crowded, too noisy, right in the middle of the city. Right now, we're headed towards the Grand Canyon. So I'm currently looking for a camp spot outside of Hurricane, Utah. My check engine light came on. I'm a little concerned about that. I don't know how far I really want to go. At least here, I'm close to a town. I have self-service, so I can investigate what's going on. And hopefully it's not anything major. But I was going to camp next to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, but that's like 25 miles down a forest road and I don't want to get stuck with the truck. So this looks like a beautiful area. I'm getting hungry anyway. We can stop for the night and I can figure out what to do. The road is pretty bumpy, but it says camping down here. Okay, that's not a spot. It says no camping. So I'm going to venture further down this majorly bumpy road. Looks like there's a pretty nice level spot right here. So I'm just going to take this bad boy. Looks like a really pretty view. The other thing with this spot is it's very exposed and right now it's in the 90s. It's beautiful here. Wow, this is a pretty nice spot. Hey everyone, I'm in my camper now in Florida, still dealing with the summer heat, but the past few months I've been trying out this Itahil solar fan and it's been working out great. It gives out a lot of power. It has 4 settings: low, medium, high, and turbo. It also has timer settings on it. You can charge it with solar or with USB. It has 2 ports on the side, USB-A and USB-C. USB-A for an output to charge like your phone or something, and USB-C to charge the fan. Now at first, when I started using this thing, I thought that it didn't have a lot of battery life, but that was wrong because I didn't read the instructions, and it has a timer. So I had it on timer and it was going off and I couldn't really understand why. This thing has a huge battery life. I mean, I can use this for 2 nights sleep all night and it's still going strong. Now that depends on what setting you have it on. Usually at night I just have it on low. You can also use it while it's charging, either by the sun or by USB. It's super easy to carry around because it has this little handle. It's fairly light. And what I think is really cool is you can configure it in different ways depending on where you need the fan direction to go. At night, I usually put it like this so that it's straight up, like blowing directly on me. You can put it on its side if you need better access to the sun for charging purposes, or you can put it like this, directing up. So I would recommend this fan. I've been using it all summer so far, and I'm continuing to use it. It's going strong, and I'll leave a link in the description below. Now back to the video. Thank you. Look at this view. Isn't that amazing? Now look at this dude's campsite up there. I was on my way to snag that campsite, and he passed me on the road and got it. Oh well. This is still beautiful. So we're waking up outside of Zion National Park. I'm about to take the dogs for a walk. Do I look ridiculous? This is my sun hat, and it has all these ties so it doesn't blow off my head. Got my sunglasses on. I'm lathered up with sunscreen. One thing I noticed living this nomadic lifestyle is you get a lot of sun. I mean, it's amazing because you're outside a lot. My mood is so much happier when I'm outside a lot. But driving, I notice I've gotten a lot more age spots on my hands. So I invested in this sunscreen wear, and we'll see if it makes a difference. It's not very attractive, but the whole point is to keep myself safe and to keep my skin healthy. So let me show you where we're at. Come on. This is a free camping spot. Oh, there's Ron. Dogs are waiting for me to take them on a walk. Okay. Okay. Lily. Okay, come on. Come on, Ace. It's a very popular spot, free campsite, of course, no amenities, but there are really big level sites that I really appreciate, and most of them have a fire pit. Really quiet at night, just a beautiful spot. Highly recommend if you're coming out here. Okay, right here, I may appear carefree, but don't be deceived. I was actually quite anxious about the truck. To be honest, I was procrastinating on troubleshooting it. I had an idea of the problem and thought I could fix it myself. I was hesitant to take it to a shop because I'd been ripped off before, and I wasn't entirely confident that I could do it myself. So I was putting it off. It's getting really hot out here. Yesterday when I was driving, the truck was reading 99 degrees. The Southwest in the summer is brutal. So that's one reason why I'm leaving. Be back in the wintertime. The trail says it's biking and hiking. I prefer not to hike on mountain bike trails. The worst is the trails that are hiking, biking, and dirt bikes. When I'm hiking, I just want to enjoy nature and not have to worry about someone coming up on me with a bike. It's not very calming to me. I think this hat is like slipping down, but it is very effective sun protection. I'm not sponsored by this brand. First, let me make a smoothie and get some coffee. Here I am, drinking my smoothie with a smile on my face, looking at the view, putting off dealing with the truck. But I couldn't put it off forever. I needed to get out of this desert ASAP. The temperatures were hovering around 100, and I didn't have any air conditioning. I needed to fix this truck problem and get to a higher elevation as soon as possible. Truth be told, my check engine light came on once before when I was in Las Vegas, and I went to an auto supply store where they read the code. They told me I needed to clean my electric throttle body. I didn't even know what electric throttle body was. I've never worked on my car before, ever. So I bought a throttle body cleaner, and then the light went off. So I don't recommend this at all. Denial is never a good strategy for anything, but I didn't see the light anymore, so I don't know. I'm thinking maybe it fixed itself? Anyway, I'm on my way to the Grand Canyon and the light goes back on. I'm gonna try to fix my throttle body. I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos to see how to do this. I tried to do electrical stuff for my camper and I had a mental breakdown. I'm not qualified to do this. I don't know why it scares me so much. I'll stop being a baby. Woo! So, all right, this is just cleaning. I'm not gonna take the throttle body out, so that's the videos I'm watching to clean your throttle body without removing it. I can do this. I can do this. Oh. Okay, it doesn't look too complicated. It still scares me, and I've been procrastinating. That is also not a very good strategy when you want to get things done and get back on the road. What's the worst that could happen? That I could screw it up, and then I would have to bring it in town to get it fixed. This seems hard to screw it up. It's just cleaning it. But since it's an electric throttle body, you have to push down the gas pedal in order to get in there and clean behind it. So I don't know, maybe I could rig something, or maybe I can go ask one of these other campers if they can help me. We'll work this out. I'm gonna do this. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. Throttle body and air intake cleaner, a rag, a brush, and a flathead screwdriver. Also watching a YouTube video down there to find step by step how to do this. YouTube is pretty amazing. You can find out like anything. Look at that. There's like a nest in there. What the hell? Oh my God, there's poop. That's one thing I'm fearful about being out here in the desert. There's a lot of rodents out here, and they're gonna do something to destroy my truck. It looks like they were just making a home there. I think I'm just gonna leave the trunk hood open, or hey, I could put a solar light on here just to deter that activity. That's scary. Okay, so this setup looks different than it does in the videos. Look, I found the throttle body. All right, I have to disengage all this stuff. I don't think I have any gloves, so I'm gonna get pretty dirty. So it says take the air filter off. This is the doodad for my DC to DC charger. I don't want to mess with that. It says there's like little clamps. Oh, that's easy. Clamp. Oh, all right. And then clamp. And then pull it off. It can't be too hard. So it's showing there's some cables that have to come out. All of these cable things need to be taken off. And then I have to get back to that thing. Sometimes I get frustrated and I cry. It takes me back to like kindergarten. I'm bailing. I couldn't get the little blue clippy off, and I didn't want to break it. I don't want to go back to a shop. I was getting my oil change. They told me I needed a new transmission. So, yeah, that's one thing that I'm a little cautious about. I don't want to go in and they tell me that I need all this stuff. Ron, you're gonna knock the camera over, Ron. Ron, no! Okay. So now I'm getting anxious to get out of here. I'm gonna leave my hood open for the night and put a solar light in there because there was a nest in there. I don't want any rodents in there destroying my engine. Waking up this morning in this gorgeous campsite. Oh, yesterday I just bailed on cleaning the throttle body. I just didn't feel confident about taking all those hoses off. I didn't want to break anything. I didn't want to lose anything. You know, a lot of times I want to be this brave person that like tackles the engine and changes the oil and has no qualms about any of this stuff. And I'm not. I research and I procrastinate because it scares me, and I start doing it and then I'm like, I don't know if this is a good idea. So I'm feeling confident in my okay, Lily. Okay, my honey. Okay, my honey. I'm feeling confident in my decision to take it in to a mechanic. There's a really good mechanic in town, not very far away. Great Google reviews. He called me twice already. So I feel confident that he'll be able to clean my throttle body or replace it and find out anything else that's going on with the truck. I don't know enough about engines to tackle this. I try. Right, Lily? We tried. We did. Okay. My love. Okay, so I'm going to make coffee, enjoy this gorgeous spot until we're ready to leave. The dogs are loving seeing all the critters out here. There's a lot of chipmunks and horses and cows. I'm gonna drink my coffee. If you haven't noticed, I keep these guys on a leash almost all of the time. Nothing gives me more pleasure for them to be off the leash, for them to be roaming free, but it doesn't work very well for these guys. Every time I've taken them off the leash, I've regretted it. They're rat terriers. They're bred to run after little critters, and I've seen a whole bunch of little chipmunks out here, and there's mice, and these dogs would be gone. They see something, they get into a frenzy, and I'm left wondering, why did I do that? Why did I take them off the leash? It's not worth it. So my poor little lovely companions, Lily, are always tethered. Such is your life. I just want to keep my babies safe. They were off to the mechanics and then to find a gorgeous campsite, hopefully next to the Grand Canyon. So excited. Yay! Okay, off to the mechanics. Bumpy roads. They're kind of exciting, exhilarating, but also nerve-wracking. Woo! getting out for a quick pit stop to get rid of my garbage. And there's an open dumpster. Pretty cool. A lot of places have the dumpsters left, so it's more of a hassle to find a place to dump your garbage. Thank you, town of Hurricane, Utah. The technician is reading the code right now. That guy was so nice. He came out, he spent his time reading the code, told me exactly what it was, told me that he doesn't do exhausts, and gave me an estimate of how much it would cost at the dealers and didn't charge me a penny. And also, he saw me the same day. Wow. Thank you so much. Small Town Auto Repair in Hurricane, Utah. Thanks, Randy. Okay, he said it's the catalytic converter that needs to be replaced. I'm so glad I didn't mess around with that throttle body and try to take the engine apart and clean it myself, because that's not what it is. So he said since the light just came on, I should make it back to Florida because I need to go back to Florida to be close for my parents. And he said it should last a few oil changes. So, he said usually it doesn't cause a drivability issue until it's like really advanced, and then it'll just lose power. I don't want it to lose power. Been there, done that. Don't want to do that again. So I have to decide, do I want to get this fixed on the road? He said with a dealer, it's going to cost about $5,000. Yikes. And if you go for aftermarket, he said it should shave off a couple thousand, but the aftermarket catalytic converters usually only last a year. So he said you'll be doing it again in a year. So, well, have to think on it, but right now I'm heading to the Grand Canyon, and hopefully my truck will be okay. It'll be okay. I'm smiling. $5,000. I'm smiling. I'm going to the Grand Canyon. How can I not smile? You want to go to the Grand Canyon, Ronald? Really? Yay! They can't contain their excitement. Oh shit. Wow. Wow, it's really rocky. Whoa. Oh man. Oh no. Wow. That's a down tree. Hopefully there's not too many of those. So I still have 55 minutes left.